much. Let's move on to our third speaker. So that's Minlue Wang from Shipamax. Minlue, over to you.
Cool. Can you see my screen now?
Yes. No, not yet. Hang on. Let's. Can you share your screen?
Sure.
There we go. Okay, perfect.
Perfect. Hello, my name is Minlue Wang. I'm data scientist at Shipamax, and I joined the company in 2017. And since then, the company has grown a lot. So who we are and what do we do? So basically, we provide software for logistic companies, and so we are kind of providing a centralized communication platform for large ship brokers, charters, and many freight forwarders. And one of our key business is basically to extract information from traditional communication mediums such as emails and PDFs documents. And as you can imagine, geolocation is one of the key attributes that we would like to extract from all these documents. Cool. So basically, there are like three main components in our system, which are related to geolocation. First one is information extraction. Second one is information aggregation. And the third one is intelligent search. So the goal of information extraction is basically to extract entities and complex events from logistic companies. The goal here is to turn unstructured or semi-structured data into structured data. And the second one is information aggregation. If you are working in this industry, you are likely to receive lots of duplicate information every day. And so basically the information aggregation is to provide an aggregated view of the market. So people can just focus on the new information. And the third one is intelligent search. For instance, a charter can look for a best vessel for its cargo, or a ship owner can look for the best cargo for its ship. And we are providing search functionality, so different players in the market can search different things. So I would like to say all three components are basically serving the same purpose, which is to make people work more efficiently in their day-to-day work. Cool. Let's move on to information extraction. So again, like there are three subcomponents in information extraction. The first one is called name entity recognition. So during this process, we are going to extract locations such as ports, countries, regions, dates, information, name of the vessel, size of the vessel, etc. And based on the name entity we extracted from the documents, we are going to extract a list of coherent events from documents. And there are a couple of complexities in the second process. For instance, we don't really know what type of events that will appear in the document. And we also don't know how many events will appear in the document. But the goal is basically to extract a list of coherent events. And also, we are building a knowledge base automatically, which will fit into our previous two processes. I will explain all these three in details. For instance, this is a screenshot from our system. This is an email which was sent on 3rd of March, 2020. So it's basically a position email. What it says here is vessel St. George is going to be open in Alexandria from 11th of March to 16th of March. And then there's a second vessel called St. Andrew, which is going to be open in Amsterdam from 12th of March to 17th of March. And then you also have a bit of information about you also have vessel specification about a particular vessel. For example, it says St. George, it was built in 2009. It has a Bahama flag. It has 32,000 deadweight ton with 10.15 meter draft. And so basically this is the email. And on the left-hand side, if you look at the second row, which is the position we extracted for vessel St. George, you can see the message date is 3rd of March. and the open date start is 11th of March, and the open date end is 16th of March, and then open port is Alexandria. So on the left-hand side, you can see we extract this one particular event, which in this case is a position from this email. And in this case, there will be 4 events in total, like 2 vessel positions and then 2 vessel specifications. That will be the ground truth of this particular email. And yeah, as you can see, Alexandria in the email will be tagged as a port, which is in Egypt, even though it's not, it doesn't say it's in Egypt, but in this case, people from the industry will assume this Alexandria is from Egypt. And yeah, and for example, St. George and St. Andrew will be tagged as a vessel name. And this will be tagged in the name entity recognition stage. And we also have this knowledge-based feedback loop. So the idea is we are extracting entities from individual documents, and we are also doing entity linking across multiple documents, which will fit into our knowledge base building. And the arrow here basically says the better knowledge base we have, the better entity extraction we are going to have. And I will show you an example here. So for instance, this is a port in India. It's called Krishnapatnam port. And these are all the aliases we found in the email. And we are able to find all these aliases, and also we can map all these aliases into this one particular port. For instance, there are some misspellings here. This one is missing a T, and this one is missing an A. Some of them are more like abbreviations rather than misspelling. For example, Krish, it could be just an abbreviation for this particular port. And we are able to build this knowledge base automatically from all the emails we receive, and that would basically enhance our entity recognition stage. Cool. And let's move on to information aggregation. So if you look at this part, so this is the email we just saw, and there's another email which is sent it on 6th of March. And what it says is, it basically says St. George is going to be open from 10th to 12th of March in Alexandria rather than 11th to 16th. So even though these 2 positions are slightly different because the open date and open date start and open date end are slightly different, but we are actually consider these 2 positions are referring to the same vessel openings. So that's why in the top of the screenshot, you can see kind of an aggregated view of the market. Each vessel can only have 1 opening at a time, and each opening can consist of a list of positions. So we basically group all these positions into one big opening. And this is what you can see from the map. It basically says St. George, it will be open in Alexandria, which is in here. And this, yeah, so this is the aggregated view of the market for the positions. Cool. And finally, in terms of intelligent search, the screenshot I show here, the email is slightly different from the position email, and this is more about cargo email. What it basically says is the company BAI is looking for a vessel which is between 30,000 to 40,000 deadweight ton, and delivery of the cargo or the load place of the cargo is EMED, which means East Mediterranean, and the open laken date is 10th of March to 17th of March, and the redelivery or discharge place is US Gulf. And you also have some commission information here. And we will extract 1 cargo event from this particular email. So you can see the message day is 4th of March, and the laken is 10th of March to 17th of March. And again, we aggregate duplicate information because many people will broadcast the same information during the same period of time. That's why even though you will get duplicate information, they will all be grouped together into 1 cargo into one cargo cluster. So in the top of the screenshot, you can see this is one cargo, which is from Eastern Mediterranean to US Gulf. And this is lake and start. And when, suppose you are a charterer of this particular cargo, you would like to find out what would be the best vessel for your cargo, and you can use our search functionality to look for the best vessel. So this is what it says on the map. So for instance, this polygon is the Eastern Mediterranean, and this polygon is the US Gulf. But as you can see, the definition of East Mediterranean is actually not well defined. Depending on the company, depending on the person, you can adjust this polygon. You can change whatever you like. For example, if you want to move it to a little bit left, or that's all up to you. But the point is, if you are looking for a best vessel for this particular cargo, then you can use our search functionality to look for the best vessel. For instance, the St. George vessel is actually suitable for this particular cargo. Let's see. Cool. I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Minlue. Thanks a lot. So let's see what questions I've got in here. I've got one in for you, quite a topical one. Do you think the coronavirus will lead to more logistics or supply chain digitization?
Absolutely. Like we can, even like people are working from home, and it will be, so if you have this centralized communication platform, then it's actually much better to work using digitalization. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Okay, back to you, Ed.